Everyone, welcome to today's class on matter in our surroundings. Today we will be discussing about the factors affecting evaporation. We already learned about evaporation and vaporization. Evaporation is a surface phenomenon, and this happens at a temperature less than 100. So let us discuss this experiment. Suppose we take some water inside. Here we take some water. And we take the same amount of water in the beaker also. So maybe we have taken 40 ml water in the beaker and 40 ml water in the petri dish. Now the question is, will there be any difference in the rate of evaporation between these two? Will the rate of evaporation be same or different? Rate of evaporation means what? Rate of evaporation means the speed of evaporation. It's the same amount of water. The only thing is they are taken in two different containers. What do you think? Will the rate of evaporation be same or different? It will be different because here you have more surface area whereas in this case you have less surface area. So water can be evaporated from a larger surface. In this case, water can be evaporated from a smaller surface area in this case. So obviously the rate of evaporation is more here. Rate of evaporation will be more here than rate of evaporation in this case. This is more, this is less. So what does this mean? One of the factors which affect rate of evaporation is surface area. More the surface area, more evaporation. Less the surface area, less evaporation. That's it. So we have learned the first factor which affects the rate of evaporation, surface area. Let us see the next factor now. The clothes are spread out, to dry it. So in first case you can see this is in summer, second case this is in winter. Now tell me, out of these two, in which case it will be more faster? In which case drying will be more faster, more easily? In which case it will be more easily dried? You know the answer. It is of course in summer compared to winter. Now what is the reason? I have to think. You have to come up with an answer. In summer the atmospheric temperature is more, compared to winter. When the atmospheric temperature is more, what should happen to the rate of reaction, rate of evaporation? Obviously, rate of evaporation will be more when the temperature is more. Temperature is more, rate of evaporation will also be more. So, and why is it so? When the temperature is more, the kinetic energy of the particles will also be more. When the kinetic energy is more, it will be easy for the particles to come out as vapor. So the next factor we have learned, the factor which affects evaporation, is temperature. More the temperature, more the rate of evaporation. So two factors we have learned: surface area and temperature. Next case is we are spreading out clothes in a windy day, and in the next case it is spread out when there is no wind. So in out of these two cases, in which case the evaporation will be more faster? You know the answer. When there is more wind, evaporation is more faster. So evaporation here is more faster. Now how would you explain it? When there is wind, the water vapor which is there in the air, water vapor which is there in the air is also moving along with the wind, which means water vapor is removed from the atmosphere. When water vapor is less in the atmosphere, the evaporation will be more faster. That is the reason on a windy day, the cloth gets dried more easily, or in a windy day, evaporation is more faster. Now let us discuss the next factor. Humidity. What exactly is humidity? It is the amount of water vapor present in the air. So we can consider this as the saturation of atmosphere with water vapor. Another way, it is the humidity holding capacity or water vapor holding capacity of the atmosphere. So there is a certain capacity for the air to hold the water vapor. So when it is already more in the atmosphere, water from the clothes cannot get evaporated because it's already more in the atmosphere. So where humidity is more, the rate of evaporation will be lesser. Hope you followed this. More the water vapor in the atmosphere, less the evaporation, because humidity is the water vapor holding capacity. More the water vapor in the atmosphere, it cannot contain more vapors, so evaporation will be lesser. Where humidity is less, the evaporation will be faster. So out of these two cases, in which case the clothes will get easily dried, where humidity is lesser. So here evaporation is faster. Evaporation is faster. Okay. Now we will discuss a few questions based on these factors and these principles. The first question is, when we put nail polish on the nails, we feel cool. or instead of nail polish, if you put little acetone on our palm, acetone on our palm, you feel the same cooling effect. So why does this happen? Nail polish contains acetone, and these are easily evaporating substances because their boiling points are much lesser. So when they evaporate, for the evaporation they need energy. So they absorb energy from these surroundings. And in this particular case, the surrounding is our nail or palm. So when the energy is absorbed or when the heat is absorbed, we feel the cooling effect. The second question is, when we sweat, we get the same cooling effect. How do we explain this? A major part of sweat is water. So when water evaporates, it absorbs the heat from its surroundings. In this particular case, it absorbs the heat from the sweat itself. So the temperature comes down and we feel comfortable, we feel cooling effect on our body. The next question we explain is, we are supposed to wear cotton clothes during summer, or on wearing cotton clothes during summer we feel more comfortable. And how do you explain this? In summer, we are likely to sweat more compared to other seasons. Cotton clothes absorb the sweat and the sweat evaporates by absorbing the heat energy. This body gets a cooling effect because of the temperature getting lowered. The next question we answer is, people spread water on the roof or on plain ground during summer. They sprinkle water on the roof. Even on the plain ground also. Surrounding the hoe. So here again the same principle, water gets evaporated by absorbing heat, and evaporation needs energy, thus energy comes down. So we get a cooling effect. We find water droplets on the sides of a glass in which ice is kept. On the outer surface of glass where ice is kept. And why the water droplets are seen on the outer surface. The water vapor which is present in the atmosphere gets condensed because of ice present inside the glass. So you find those water droplets on the outer walls of the container. So that's all for today's class. See you in the next class.